Imagine stepping into a confined box, suspended by cables, ascending into the unknown. You press the button for your desired floor, but as the doors close, a chill runs down your spine. The air grows heavy, filled with an eerie silence that seems to whisper of unseen presences. This is not just any elevator, this is a haunted elevator, a steel coffin transporting you to a realm where fear reigns supreme. Elevators, those ubiquitous contraptions of modern life, can be terrifying enough without the added element of the paranormal. But for some, the fear is all too real. These are their stories, tales of ordinary people who found themselves trapped in a supernatural nightmare within the confines of a haunted elevator. Prepare yourself, for what you are about to read will send shivers down your spine and leave you questioning the very fabric of reality. These are the stories that will haunt your dreams and make you think twice before you ever step foot in an elevator again. Sarah, a young office worker, found herself working late one night. The once bustling office building was now eerily deserted, the silence broken only by the rhythmic tapping of her keyboard. As the clock ticked past midnight, Sarah decided to call it a night. She gathered her belongings and headed for the elevator, the only soul left on her floor. Witness as Sarah. The elevator arrived with a groan, its dim lights flickering ominously. I stepped inside, a sense of unease washing over me. As the doors began to close, a cold spot seemed to settle in the air around me. I glanced at the control panel, noticing that the button for the ground floor was already lit, as if pressed by an unseen hand. The elevator lurched into motion, but instead of descending, it began to rise, slowly at first, then faster and faster, as if propelled by an unseen force. Panic surged through Sarah as the elevator rattled violently, the lights flickering wildly. "Witness as Sarah," I screamed, my voice echoing in the confined space, but no one could hear me. The pediatric ward was usually a place of hope and healing, but for young Ethan and his mother, it was a place of fear. Ethan had been hospitalized with a high fever, and his worried mother stayed by his side. Late one evening, as they boarded the elevator for a routine x-ray, Ethan's grip on his mother's hand tightened. He whimpered, "Mommy, I'm scared. It's okay, honey. We'll be out soon." But Ethan pointed a trembling finger at the corner, his eyes wide with fear. A translucent figure stood in the shadows, shimmering and swaying like a reflection in a disturbed pond. Section 4. The Historical Nightmare. The old building had stood for centuries, its weathered walls whispering tales of bygone eras. A group of friends eager to explore its hidden corners decided to spend the night there, their laughter echoing through the empty halls. Ghost too, whispering voices. As the night wore on, the friends decided to venture into the building's ancient elevator. The elevator itself was a relic of the past, with ornate brass fittings and a creaking wooden door. As they crowded inside, a sense of anticipation mingled with trepidation hung in the air. The elevator lurched into motion, its ascent slow and laborious. The friends joked nervously, their laughter masking their growing unease. As they neared the top floor, the elevator shuddered violently, the lights flickering and dimming. Suddenly the elevator jolted to a halt, plunging them into darkness. Ghost too, whispering voices. The friends screamed, their voices echoing in the confined space. A cold, damp air seeped into the elevator, carrying with it the scent of decay and the faint whisper of voices long silenced. Section 5. The Curse of the Haunted Elevator. 3 seemingly unrelated stories, yet all connected by a common thread: a haunted elevator. Is it merely coincidence, or is there something more sinister at play? Ghost 3, shadowy figure with glowing red eyes. Some whisper of a curse, a malevolent entity trapped within the elevator, its rage and sorrow echoing through the years, tormenting those unfortunate enough to cross its path. Legend has it that the elevator was once the site of a horrific tragedy, a gruesome event that stained the metal walls with the indelible mark of death. Now, the spirits of the deceased are said to roam the elevator shaft, seeking solace, revenge, or perhaps just an escape from their eternal prison. Ghost 3, shadowy figure with glowing red eyes. Whatever the reason, one thing is certain: the haunted elevator is not a place for the faint of heart. It is a portal to another realm, a place where the veil between the living and the dead wears thin, and where fear reigns supreme. Section 6. Conclusion. Beyond the 5th floor. The next time you find yourself stepping into an elevator, Take a moment to consider the stories you have just read. As the doors close and you ascend to your destination, remember that you are not alone. The spirits of the past may be riding with you, their unseen presence a chilling reminder that some things are best left undisturbed. Be wary of the 5th floor, for it is said that the elevator never stops there. Some believe it's a gateway, a thin spot between this world and the next. Whatever the truth may be, one thing is certain: the haunted elevator will continue to haunt our nightmares, a chilling reminder that some fears are best left unconfronted.